So loud. A todos ustedes que quieren aprender otro idioma, I just saw Louis Vuitton. The camera makes it a little bit easier, but like, I'm still cringing. The best revenge is always going to be kindness and success. It is currently 10:30, which is quite late, and it's because I stayed up until 4 yesterday and I was doing stuff. It's kind of like the stress to feel like I have to complete everything before the end of the year. We're trying to get ready for the new year and prepare. The original plan was to go for a run today, and I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Finished doing my laundry, and I'm embarrassed to say, but I did sleep on raw sheets last night. I also want to film a TikTok video, which maybe sounds not that important. Phone calls, messages, life admin, and I need to post 2 cards/letters and tidy my room. I feel nervous for the new year. I think I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself already. A message that I always remember from Coach Bennett on like running is, on the days that you can't do the runs that you want to do the runs that you can do. So I may not be able to have the perfect prep day, but we're going to do our best to have a prep day. Okay, let's start. I'm sweating, oh my gosh, this is so bad. One of the mantras I want to live by in 2025 is this idea of you don't have to throw everything out the window if things don't go quite right. You can pick up where you are, which is why part of me didn't want to get a new notebook. But then the thing about the Moleskine notebooks is that they actually do end up being limited edition. So if I didn't buy it now, I might not be able to buy it later. And then I think what I want to do is that so loud. I'm going to write like letters to future self. I'm a bit of a hoarder / scrapbooker, and what I've been doing this year is keeping lots of things from trips and things like that, like tickets, that sort of thing. So I'm thinking, instead of getting a separate scrapbook, which is what I would normally do, I will use the last pages to scrapbook in the old or the 2024 diary. So now I'm going to go to Boots to get some beauty stuff, and I'm feeling a little bit stressed. This whole new year, new me thing, it's kind of like a lot of pressure. Filming in public, it's still hard. The camera makes it a little bit easier, but like, I'm still cringing. Time is really not on my side. It's already 4 o'clock and I'm tired. I haven't eaten yet and I've not even begun journaling or anything. So I think it's time for me to just go home, cut my losses. And I actually have some admin stuff that kind of needs to be done before tomorrow. So I think, yeah, there's not enough time. Oh no. Let's do a bit of a recap of this year. Exciting things that happened. I went on my first ever solo trip, and I did that in Milan, and that was amazing. It felt so freeing, and I realised that solo travel really isn't that scary. I ran a half marathon for Great Ormond Street Charity, and that was insane, bearing in mind that prior to this, I'd only really done a 5K, and that was last year. So we went from 5K to 21K, which honestly feels like it was a different lifetime ago. I was very, very privileged to have a few trips actually with very special people in my life, and I'm really grateful for that as well. Oh, I got closer to finding what specialty I want to do. I found some specialties that I really liked that I might consider. What else this year? Exams were really scary this year. This was probably the most difficult academic year for me because it's clinical years and it's so different to pre-clin in the sense that you're kind of left on your own to just fend for yourself. Prior to or pre-clin medical school, you're kind of the most important person in the room, and then you get to a hospital and understandably no one really cares about you because, you know, there are patients, there are lists, there are action plans, there are things that need doing, and you're not always the priority, and you kind of have to find your own way, which was hard. I had a friendship breakup in 2024 that was tough, but probably for the best. I was consistently posting across TikTok and Instagram, which was a massive goal for me at the beginning of the year. So that's something that I'm proud of that we did. 2024 was one of those years that happened really fast but really slow. Actually, I feel like, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I feel like I've lived 10 lifetimes in 2024. It was really, really long because there were different phases. At the beginning, it was like half marathon training, and then it was like content time, and then it was exam season, and then it was post-exam season, and new changes and new challenges. But then I've had incredible experiences with the content and receiving my first brand package and going on a shoot as well. That was really cool. What do I hope for 2025? Positive consistency, I guess. I don't know what to say. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. In terms of this YouTube channel, do I know really what it's going to be or exactly how I'm going to do it? No, I don't. Oh, I forgot, yeah. Grief, bereavement. That happened this year too. So that's the thing, like so much stuff happened that like I sometimes forget things about, oh my gosh, look how pretty. Oh. Figure things out on the go. It's okay not to have a huge plan. It's okay not to know everything, and just to take it day by day. As easy said than it is done. Do be kind to yourself. Oh, this is Regent Street, by the way. Look at the lights. And there's a naked man. Not naked, semi-naked man. Okay. London, there's a bit of everything. Wherever you are watching this, I'm proud of you. I hope you're proud of you. Yeah. Bye. We have it. Hold on. Coming here on a really early morning is actually great. It's so empty. Well, not empty, but it's so much better. I've been meaning to try the Paula's Choice exfoliator. Should we try it? Because I've heard really good things. I think it's this one. Hold on, I'm confused. It's just expensive. Well, good skincare is always a good investment, so it's fine. So anything else we need? Oh, £7 for a smoothie. I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. I really do think that sunglasses are some of the best investments that you can buy because they really just make an outfit. Like, doesn't it make a massive difference? I really think it does. Like with many things, I don't think that your glasses need to be particularly expensive, but I do think it's worth taking the time to figure out what you like on your face and what sort of frame suits you and sizes. I think it's really difficult to buy sunglasses or any glasses online because you really need to be able to try them on and see what they look like on your face. And I've definitely gone through different phases. There was a point in my life where I loved cat eye. I mean, wearing cat eye today. But I feel like I'm transitioning now into wearing more oval sunglasses, particularly in 2020. I started wearing more oval. So I'm thinking about maybe buying a designer pair of sunglasses. But my problem is that I have a bad habit of either A, losing my sunglasses, or B, on occasion, breaking them. And because I wear sunglasses so much, I wouldn't want to buy a pair that I had to baby or that I'd be worried about breaking. So we'll see. I think I need to figure out whether or not I can be trusted enough to take care of my sunglasses before thinking about buying one for a few £100s. But hey, anyway, these ones I bought from a random store online. I think, actually, these ones might even be from AliExpress. Maybe. I think these were like £2. So again, they don't have to be expensive, but I do think you should take care of them. If you know you're someone that loses and breaks things easily, maybe don't spend lots of money on something you know you're going to lose or break. But yeah, that's something I need to get better at. I think what it is, I need to buy a good sunglasses case because more often than not, my sunglasses are just in my pocket or in my bag. So they get squished and they get squashed, which is why I prefer getting the acetate or the plasticky ones because they feel a bit sturdier. Even though they're not necessarily better, they're more, what's the word, robust. Yeah, get the tripod and then we'll go back home and do some filming. I need to eat something, I'm very hungry. I thought I was going to get some pastries from Selfridges, but everything was just, it was too expensive for what I was craving, so it wouldn't have been worth it. But yeah, maybe we'll go on New Bond Street as well. Take a look what's there. Maybe not actually. There's the sun will set soon. Yeah, okay, let's just stay focused. I just had this really cute encounter. So when I was in Clark's, there was a woman sitting next to me and she just seemed really sweet. She was really nice to the essays. And I was like, oh, you know, where are you traveling from? Because she mentioned that they didn't have that shop where she's from. And she's like, oh, I'm from Mexico. I was like, oh my gosh, yo hablo un poco de español. So we started talking. And then she was like, oh, so what are you doing after this? And I was like, well, I'm a bit hungry. She's like, well, I'm going to go take a cafecito. Like, would you like to come with me? So I said, oh, sure. So I took her to Abuelo's, classic staple. And if you don't know Abuelo's, I really recommend it. They do really good coffee, like really good quality coffee and food stuff as well. And in the evenings, on Friday nights and Saturday nights, they also do like a really nice wine bar, so highly recommend. So we ended up having lunch, and then her daughter came. We're just having a nice conversation about like life and cute stuff like that. And then she said that if I was ever in Mexico or in Mexico, that I could give her a ring, and she would give me, not only would she give me recommendations, she would host me, which I thought was so kind of her. I think one of the best things about being independent or doing things on your own is that you become more confident reaching out and just saying hello to strangers and then seeing just what happens. So yeah, just sometimes strike a conversation, and you'll never know like the new friendships that can be born from just saying hello and asking a question. I think I just started the conversation by saying, oh, where are you visiting from? And I love new connections like that. And I think also having friends from all over the world, but also from different age groups as well. She's in her 50s, and so she has a different perspective of life and things that she was telling me about, lessons she was telling me about, which I thought was so powerful. So 2 things from that is learn languages, because learning languages will just open up so many doors, and also be open-minded to speaking to strangers, and speaking to strangers who may not come from your background or may not have your age or have the same lived experiences. There is so much to learn. So yeah, that was a random detour in my day. So now 2 or 3 hours behind the original schedule, which probably means I'm not going to be able to film today, because I don't think I'm going to beat sunset by the time I go and get this tripod, but I think it was worth it. This was a really good experience. A todos ustedes que quieren aprender otro idioma en este año, pues cuando sea, lo recomiendo muchísimo. El secreto de encontrar domina en un idioma es practicar y formar vínculo con la gente que habla el idioma que tú quieres aprender. O sea, si puedes, un amante, un amigo o quien sea, alguien con quien puedes practicar. Y también es importante recordar que aprender un idioma es más que solo aprender el vocabulario o la gramática. También trata de aprender la cultura, las costumbres, un poco de la historia. Y usando eso, si puedes conectarse con la gente, eso es algo muy, muy poderoso. Entonces, lo recomiendo muchísimo. And I also think that I'm starting to get a hang of this filming in public thing. It's also easier that this street is quite quiet. I have gotten a few looks here and there, but, we're doing our thing. So I know I was just raving about Abuelos, and I really do think they have great coffee, particularly their ice mocha. But I am really craving a Blank Street, their like blueberry matcha drink. So I'm going to get one of those. And then I think then it's time to go home, and I've hit my steps on my garment, so that's good as well. I'd say today has been a very productive day. It's not been too busy, which means today has been quite manageable. I've not felt overstimulated or particularly overstimulated, which is great. One thing that I think deep down I knew, but wow, I really know now, is how expensive filming equipment can be, from tripod to camera. Because the thing is, it's not just about the camera, it's the tripod, it's the lighting, it's the mics, and all the rest of it. And I feel like I'm just starting out with as little as possible, and then we'll build from there. And someone's calling me. So I'm getting ready to leave for the hospital, and turns out I have a surprise package from Aspen of London, and I have no idea who has sent this to me. So let's figure it out together and unbox it. This is really pretty packaging, by the way. I'm definitely keeping this for my 2025 memorabilia. Oh my gosh, my Shayla! This is so cute, stop. Oh my days. Those of you who don't know, I'm a creative assistant, and Zoe is an incredible, beautiful human being who I work with, and oh gosh, it's so sweet. She knows me so well. Oh my days. This is beautiful. And it's got my initials on it. This is stunning. Oh my goodness. And it's leather. She knows me so well. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is gorgeous. I have to send her a message immediately to say thank you. This is so beautiful. I have such an amazing boss. Oh my goodness. Zoe, thank you so much. Dr. Zoe is an inspiration for women and girls everywhere. And if you want to know how I got started as a creative assistant, there should now already be on my channel a story time of how I became one. At the end of last year, there was a lot of content for Tommy Tippy. And of course, I don't have a baby. So it didn't make sense for me to keep the products. But this has become one of my new favorite cuddly toys to have. I don't know, I just really like sometimes to cuddle with a soft toy. And I do use toys like this for when I'm practicing my examinations by myself. So I'll get my stethoscope and like practice and use this as my patient. And when I'm sleeping, sometimes if I'm struggling, this really helps and makes a difference. And I've got a little owlet here. She's so cute. Listen, Owlet and I giving you bedtime stories. Okay, let's continue doing the makeup. For me, life can get very, very busy very quickly. And so productivity also means using my dead time, i.e. time where I'm doing other things, basically to multitask. So as much as possible, I try to stack things I have to do. So doing my makeup or getting ready, that's something that I have to do. It's very easy for me to just sit and listen to a podcast as I'm doing that. And why not create a podcast based on the things I need to study?
Well, this is exciting.
You shared some medical information with us.
One of the things I like about this is that I can save it and listen to it on the tube as well. And that, again, it just helps me to use my time where I might not be so productive to maximize the time, because time can feel very limited.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, what actually happens?
So it's like a traffic jam in your lungs.
Exactly.
Yes.
And just like in a real traffic jam, there are different things that can cause it.
So what kinds of things can cause these traffic jams?
Good morning. It's another day. Once again at the hospital. I am going to teaching, and I don't know where this room is. It is upstairs, but which is the best way to... Okay. Where is my ID badge? So that is the morning session teaching done, and now I have about an hour and a bit to eat some breakfast and then to also study for a little bit, and then I have to go to the wards and collect some patients and take a history. And for breakfast we are having an oat mocha, my favourite, a banana, and I also got an almond croissant. Yeah, so the way I take notes in medical school is that I create a podcast. On my way in, I was doing questions on it. And then during the tutorial, I write down any key bits of information that aren't on the slides, but most importantly, I write down the things that I don't understand or the things I want to go over. For example, here I've put go over key points in the history, go over scleroderma, SCL70, go over types of hypersensitivity reaction. It's essentially list of things that I don't really understand or I need to go over to fill up any gaps in my understanding. And I'm also going to now just finish the questions that I started this morning, have my coffee. Hopefully that's going to take me about half an hour, and then I'm going to do the wards. Yeah, that's the plan. I also am getting a few stares from people in my from me filming, but we're just gonna keep it stepping. I'm minding my own business. I'm minding the business that pays me. This is me. Hello, hi. We're in Selfridges as my friend is doing her like a little mini shoot, I think, and afterwards we're gonna go to Chinatown to grab something to eat. My friend just asked me my day, and I didn't know what to say because it was one of those ones today where it wasn't a bad day, but the thing is, it was still emotional because I met this wonderful couple, but it was still sad. A hospital's a hospital, and so people are in hospital for a reason. Even the good days are still a bit tricky. I'm not usually in Selfridges this much. It just happens to be this week. It has led me in Selfridges quite a few times. But normally I'm chilling at home, but it's literally the 7th, and I've been here like 3 times. Anyway, Yeah, but yeah, no, they were a beautiful couple, super, super sweet, so lovely, but still a bit sad. They met, I can't share how they met, okay, but they had a very cute story about how they met. Always stopped to smell the roses because had they not, they might have never met one another. So in a busy life, when everyone's zooming to one thing to the next, try to take a second to just be around, say hello, stop by. And you never know where life will take you. And they've been together for many a decade, a very long time they've been together. They've been through a lot and they're still very much in love, which is very beautiful. Find someone who feels like your best friend. Find someone who you have a lot in common with, but also remember that compromise is important and that you will have to... No, go ahead. Oh. Be willing to compromise as well. So find someone who's similar to you, but also be willing to compromise. And I suppose if you're so similar, the compromises won't feel like too much of a change or too big of a sacrifice, hopefully. There's Kim. Ooh! Oh la la! Très jolie. And look at the tats as well. We love the tattoos. This is my gorgeous friend Kim. Some of the coolest people, like to know some of the coolest people and have amazing friends who are all doing incredible things in their respective fields. Anything for the camera?
I'm hungry.
Chinatown used to be one of my favorite, well, no, it still is one of my favorite places in London, but I used to come here all the time. We're trying to get outside of our comfort zones. It can be quite difficult sometimes. Everyone who's ever vlogged, I just think they do it so well. Hi! 2025, we're going to see each other more as well.
Yes. I mean, we already saw each other twice this year.
Which is more than we've seen each other in 2 years.
Has it really
or 3
been 2
years?
years?
Or maybe even 3.
Oh.
It happens. 2 very, very busy women.
Yeah.
Building, growing, grinding.
Yeah.
But it looks closed.
Why is it?
Is that usually the entrance?
Yes. That's awkward.
My eyes are watering because of the wind. We have a ding 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 dilemma. The place is closed. That's fine.
It said it's open until 10:30.
Oh, maybe something happened today. I hope they're okay. For this one.
Is it? Because I'm like, what do I say? I'm getting interviewed right now. It's an interview. Help. I don't know because each has like its significance. So I'm like, it's kind of like my biggest achievement. Cute story, right? Oh wait, I have a camera too. I forgot. Really?
I get hungry and like food.
Oh yeah, same. I learned how to walk when I was No, not 6 years old.
So I was perhaps a tiny bit overambitious with what I wanted to get done today. And now I'm going to go watch a film, We Live in Time. I'm going to see at Curzon. Curzon is one of my favourite cinemas for 2 reasons. No, 3 reasons. No, 4 reasons. The seats are very comfortable. They have lots of locations, so it's very convenient. They have a good drinks list and they also sell wine. And the most important reason, I think they have some of the best popcorn. I love sweet popcorn. And sometimes the sweet popcorn you get in cinemas is too sweet, and theirs is just the perfect sweetness level. I watched the trailer for We Live in Time ages ago, and I immediately knew that I wanted to watch it. I think today, watching it after meeting the patients I met today, perhaps might make me feel a little bit emotional, but, you know, what is life without emotions? Which way am I going? This way. Thankfully, I don't have to be in early tomorrow, hence why I can just gallivant, and I think I will get home rather late, but it's okay. We'll have a bit of a lie-in tomorrow, and you know, this is what London is all about. It's all about just making the most of little things. Look at this cute little shop. So it turns out that I'm the only one here. As in, I'm the only one seeing this film right now, so it's just me. It's a really nice theatre, right? I decided just to get the small popcorn today, which maybe I should have got the large, but never mind. And I got a little small glass of Pinot Grigio. This is so funny. I've never been in the movie theatre, just me by myself before. I'm really alone. I am really alone now. Wow. Anyway, I'll see you at the end of the film. I think perfectly shows our humanity and life and time. My brother had cancer, and I work in a place where I meet people all the time who have cancer and people who are going through some of the most difficult points in their life. And humans are really just human, and you realize our humanity can can be very fragile. It was a really great movie. I really recommend. Hey, which way am I going? You could just hear me in the back sniffling. I'm disorientated. Go watch it. Really great film. Okay, good night. Good morning. Today is a creative day, so I'm heading to the studio, and I'm running a little bit late, unfortunately, but such is life. I've already let them know. And on my way here, I was thinking a bit about content ideas for what we're going to film today. I'm also trying to start a new mini-series with Zoe. My bag is very heavy because now I've updated a lot of the content or a lot of the equipment that I use. So we've got more mics and tripods and all of that stuff. But yeah, okay, let's go. Thank you. Good morning. Hi, I'm Zoe's assistant.
It's Natalie, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. So what do I do when I'm in the studio? I film behind the scenes. Oh my gosh, English. I film behind the scenes content and help curate a B-roll library. I sometimes help with researching medical content, fact-checking things, pulling up statistics, verifying, and just general assistanting, whatever that might be. And really my job is just to be helpful. I will grab mints, grab water, film bits, take photos, be available to help. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I kind of wish I brought my laptop here because there's a lot of waiting around. There's this thing called jelly cats that people are spending hundreds of pounds for. If you've watched my video about being an digital consumer, you'll know. But I completely support spending your money on things that really matter to you, but also waiting, because right now there is this massive craze, but the craze and the trend might die down. So if it were me, wait for the trend to calm down, and then if you still want it, buy it. Also apply the 5-year rule. Is it going to last at least 5 years? But yeah, jelly cats. I was more of a Care Bear sort of girl myself, and Barbie/Bratz as well. But yeah, do what makes you happy. I'm kind of tired because last night my friend came over and we were talking until 4 a.m. and I have to be here for 9. Bear in mind I had a full day from 8 to 5 at the hospital the same day. So I'm quite knackered, but was it worth it? Yes, we had very good conversations, but also really cool. Estoy cansada. Being in the studio, the things that happen behind the scenes, do let me know if there's anything particular you want to see or you want to know about. I just saw Louis Whittle. He walked straight past me, he looked at me and he smiled. So we were about to leave the studio and he's, I think, coming up with the next bit. And I say, hi. And he's hi, and smiles. The whole interaction lasted no more than 2 seconds. I love One Day. I loved the film. Anne Hathaway's accent was not the best, but I absolutely loved even more the series. And I rewatched it several times. I haven't quite got myself around to reading the book because I know that it will actually rip my heart out. But yeah. He has a really nice smile. Oh my days. And he said hi, and he had no idea who I was, and he still said hi, which, yes, is just, common human decency, but, I can't believe that just happened. Composure, Natalie. Yeah. Anyway, we continue. Do you know what that means? I should have left, because if I'd gone back downstairs, he would have been doing his makeup. Dang. I could have met him if I had gone. Of course I didn't know, but if I had gone to get my laptop, we would have met because I would have gone to get it and I would have seen him in makeup. C'est la vie. He's probably promoting the new Bridget Jones film. Do you know, I always say to my friends that I think I'm the type that if I were to see a celebrity in public, I probably wouldn't recognize them, especially in London. I think I've only ever seen a celebrity once or maybe twice out in the wild. And I know people who see them all the time, but I just never do. When I'm out, I'm very focused on whatever it is I need to do, especially in London. I'm walking very fast, eyes focused, moving ahead. But here it was because it was literally coming towards me, and we had stopped in the corridor to talk to someone else, and it happened in slow motion. And in my defense, Zoe also said that she felt starstruck, so it's not just me. Zoe's just having a chat over there. Time's up. I'm actually ready to sleep. I'm really tired. But I'm trying to be more positive in 2025. So even when things are hard and when I feel tired or when things are happening that I don't agree with or I'm not happy about, I'm trying to tell myself, look, I'm just going to find the positive about it. I have no idea where the future holds. I kind of have a goal, kind of, and then I take the steps and see, step by step, and see what happens, and just keep showing up, asking questions, being bold, and don't be afraid to introduce yourself. Don't be afraid to say, hello, my name is, have a firm handshake, and say hello. And this smells good. This smells really good. I'm hungry. I think now it's time to get un poquito de comida y después, vamos a continuar adelante. Bueno, a ver. Okidoki. Do you know, I saw somewhere that like all your coffees that you buy adds up to like 30k. Say if every day of your career that you spent £3 on a coffee and you had just invested that instead into like S&P or stocks, that's like 30,000. I'm not sure. Maybe it was 300. No, it must have been 30,000. I'm not sure that's true, but it's a good thing it's like a thing to consider, something to think about, something to consider, you know? Which one am I going? Okay, I'll see you later. 3 a.m. And I'm about to get ready to go to the National Gallery. Vincent Van Gogh is one of my favourite artists, and I really love the Impressionist movement as well. This is a once-in-a-lifetime exhibition. This is a closing weekend. I believe it's something like this is the second time in the history of the National Gallery that is open 24 hours for people to see an exhibition. So I want to see it one last time. How fun. Okay, let's go. All right, get ready. Let's go. Hello. So we're back in the hospital another day. I'm wearing this top which is pre-loved and actually comes from a good friend, and this is one of the beauties of having intergenerational friendships, is that when they're doing wardrobe clear outs and they know that you love pre-loved fashion and sustainability, they might happen to think of you and gift you their old clothes, and this is one of those things. This knitted cardigan is also pre-loved, and then this brooch that I'm wearing is actually from AliExpress, and then I'm wearing my suit trousers and also wearing my boots underneath them because it's that special time of the month, so I wanted to be very cozy and comfortable. Quite a bit of admin that I need to catch up on. Nothing new. I'm also thinking about how I'm going to edit this month's vlog because there's a lot of content already. If you made it this far into the vlog, hi, that's crazy. Thank you so much for watching so much, and I hope you're enjoying it. Why don't you comment what's your go-to drink of the season? Mine clearly is an orange milk mocha. It used to be a chai latte, but recently it's become the mocha. At the end of my teaching session, I stayed behind because the doctor mentioned something interesting in research that I think I could be interested in, and we got to speaking and he asked me to text him, and so that might happen, it might not happen, I don't know, we'll see. But the point is, with opportunities with research, I really do recommend that you put yourself out there and just, you never know what can come from just one conversation and can open up a whole project and a whole avenue. And it's also why it's important to have good impressions, why when I have my lectures or tutorials, I really want to make sure that I am prepared. The doctor mentioned that, I seem like a good medical student. Now, I don't know if that's entirely true. At the very beginning of the session, he asked, who knows anything about this? I put up my hand. He literally made me go up to the board and write out what I knew, which can seem quite intimidating, but I felt confident in the fact that I had put in the work and I knew something. I didn't know everything, I don't know everything, and that's never the goal. We never have to know everything, but to know something and to keep compounding on that. Don't be afraid to talk in class. Put your hand up, contribute, and never be afraid of coming across as a teacher's pet. More and more, I couldn't care less what people think about me in class. I think it's important to be sensitive to timings and notice, if you've only got 2 minutes left of a class and there are 10 slides left, maybe save your questions to afterwards and catch the lecture on your own time. But just generally speaking, try to contribute, put up your hand, and don't diminish your hard work and your dedication or your hours of study or your time that you've spent to develop your craft to, make other people feel better or to not stand out. Don't do that. Please don't do that. We've all been guilty of it. I've definitely been guilty of it too, of being like, oh, I don't want to speak because I don't want people to think I'm a know-it-all. People have negative perceptions of those who contribute a lot in class or those who are actively putting themselves out there, which is a shame. But having those positive connections, particularly in a professional setting, I think is very, very powerful and very important. But also not even just in a professional setting, also in personal life as well. Being authentically yourself, not trying to water down your personality or your skills or your interests, being authentic. If you've watched my video on how I became a creative assistant, it's a bit like that. It's just showing up and making a good impression and trying to be authentically good at what you do and trying to improve and always wanting to learn more and having a humble heart can really take you places. You may have noticed that I spend a lot of my time alone, especially around in medical school. And this year in particular has been quite isolating, and unfortunately medicine isn't always the most welcoming place. I'm really so honest, last night I actually started crying because I just felt so detached and so sometimes even just jabbed at, like death by 1,000 paper cuts. I'm at a point now where I'm kind of giving up a sense of belonging in medical school. I'm here to learn, I'm here to build, I'm here to grow. And it's okay if I don't necessarily belong. It's okay if I don't have, that sense of belonging or that sense of ease, or that sense of comfort with the people I'm around. It's tested me or it's pushed me to become more secure in myself and more authentic in myself, to decide what actually matters to me and what are my goals. Should I change how I dress, or should I change my opinions on things? Should I change how I engage in class? Am I willing to trade off parts of me? Am I willing to make myself more placable to fit in? And there's this analogy of orange segment with an apple slice tucked in. The apple slice might fit, but it may not belong. So I fit here because I am a medical student, but I don't necessarily feel like I belong. I sometimes often feel like an outsider. Not only do I have that feeling, but also people have done things and said things to really... I was kind of gaslighting myself. I was telling myself, am I just not trying hard enough to make friends? Or am I not being nice enough? Am I not kind enough? Is there something wrong with me? But no, people have actually done things that I recount to my friends and they're like, girl, Yeah, so unfortunately it's kind of one of those things, but c'est là. So yeah, but no, last night I did cry. The best revenge, if anyone does anything unkind to you, if anyone does anything to make you feel sad, to make you feel bad, the best revenge is always kindness and also your own personal success. So kill them with kindness, always be kind, always be patient, always be friendly, no matter what people do, no matter what people say, and also work on yourself. Be successful. All the hurt, all the feelings of rejection, all the feelings of dejection, I'm using that, I'm channeling that into growing, into working on my goals. That's the best revenge. Well, not revenge, but you know what I mean. Feeling so isolated, feeling so lack of belonging makes me put more effort into my established friendships. So the people I know who, and also don't get me wrong, I do have friends who are medics, but they are few and far in between. But yes, to just put in more effort and to put in more work and love and attention into the friendships I have within medicine, but also a lot of them outside of medicine as well, so that I don't lose those connections. Because in times like these, in moments like these, those connections become all the more important. I've got cramps as well, and I've got a headache. That's a tough time. Honestly, women are just so strong. We're supposed to function like normal, yet every month, and sometimes twice a month, all our hormones are out of balance and our bodies are literally tearing themselves out from the inside out. Anyway, I'm gonna do a change of location to the library because I think it might help me get into the focus mode. Also gonna put my blue light blocking glasses on because like I said, these migraines, they don't come to play. So I'm wearing my blue light blocking glasses, which hopefully will help me fend off to an extent the migraines. It's really hard out here. I guess I didn't really finish the January vlog. Hi, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for spending the January with me. Still figuring out how this channel is going to go in terms of how frequently we can upload in a way that's going to be sustainable, but also in a way that I can actually produce good quality content out. I have a surplus of ideas, it's just a matter of editing. Filming isn't so bad, but it's really scripting and editing that's really the big piece. Today is February the 1st, and as you can see, I'm on the train going on a little trip, and so if you're interested to see where I'm heading and what's happening, do tune in at the end of February / beginning of March to see this vlog. Hi, it's Editing Natalie. I really hope that you've enjoyed this vlog. It has been a labour of love and has taken a very long time to do. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and do let me know anything else you want to see me do. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider giving me a like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video or in the next vlog, which hopefully will be very, very soon.